69 Washington Road. Just a point of information, I know I asked this question before. Have you arrived at the definition of a political sign in your deliberations?
We didn't need to do that, Susan, because the definition of political sign is in the sign regulations. And if I can find it, I will read it.
7.5.
Thank you. If you have this book, Susan, it's 7.5.40. Political sign. Quote, any sign promoting the candidacy of an individual for political office or expressing an opinion on a political issue. That is our definition. Anyone else want to? Karen, before you jump up, is there anyone who's not addressed the commission so far? Could you wait until everybody's gone around one time?
Sure.
Is this lady?
My name is Charles Bartlett. I live at 26 Quail Run Road. I've sat in every one of your seats as an alternate, as a member, and as the chair. I chaired a sign workshop in the 90s, and Carol Bacon was my assistant. And we spent 6 to 9 months going over every aspect of what makes up a sign, what makes it readable, what constitutes a sign, and we carefully worked our hearts off to try to come up with an accommodation to allow signage in the town equally and fairly to both the businessmen in this town who need signs and also to the residents of the town who want to keep signs to a minimum. I'm not sure exactly how the term political sign ever got into the regulation, and it never should have gotten there. Because we don't classify signs by their content. You have every right to regulate the physical characteristics of any sign in this town. You can have a sandwich board sign, you can have a banner, you can have a roof sign, and you can have a lawn sign. What you put on it, none of your damn business. And I just hope that you will get those regulations and not do radical surgery. Let's do invasive surgery and get back to reality. Thank you.
Anyone else who is not Ray?
Ray Caroline, Upper Grassy Hill Road. My comments actually have nothing to do with political signs. My comments have to do with enforcement of existing sign regulations relative to commercial establishments and the lack of enforcement. Some of the properties are listed here, and some of the violations that appear to be happening, nothing's being done about them, and frankly, I'd like to see something done. Some of them are pretty egregious, it seems to me, and you know, if we don't have enforcement, regulations don't mean anything. So that's my own.
Sir, do you have examples?
The properties are on here.
Oh, you have to list in front of you.
I know, but he said there were some not on the list.
No, they're on the list here.
Oh, they're all of them are on the list that
The
you're
one, yeah, the ones I'm concerned about.
Okay.
You know, they're pretty egregious.
Thank you. I think you wanted to speak again, please.
Thank you. Yes, Attorney Deborah Stevenson. I just want to say one thing, and that has to do with the United States Supreme Court decision you were asked about precedent in Marbury versus Madison. And yes, you do have the right to adopt regulations, but in that case, the United States Supreme Court did say that any law that is adopted that is repugnant to the Constitution is null and void. So I would ask you to keep that in mind when you deliberate.
Thank you.
Charles Bartlett. Political signage is defined a lot different than regular signage by the Supreme Court. It's based on the First Amendment. So you could have regulations for signs, but political signage which relates to free speech, is completely 100% different than commercial signs.
And